I am Anthony Jones, returning citizen, core member of Chance for Life, former spokesperson of Crime Stoppers of Michigan. Currently, I am a chaplain with St. Mary's Mercy of Livonia, better known as Trinity Health, and host of the Chance for Life podcast.
I'm Andrea Isom, journalist, former TV news reporter, host, and national correspondent. I'm a friend and supporter of Chance for Life and have proudly been telling its story for more than 15 years, along with my husband and business partner, Joe Harris. And I am the co-host and producer of the Chance for Life podcast.
So the purpose of this podcast is to show the naysayers, to show those that are doubters, to show those that are skeptical and optimistic, but there is an opportunity, if given an opportunity, I'll put it that way, that returning citizens can make a change. Returning citizens, because the right change, can change the community that they're in and make society better in whole.
You know what, too, Anthony, I want people to see for themselves that change and transformation and redemption is real. It can happen. It does happen. And I want people to meet core members who went through the Chance for Life program on the inside and see what they're like on the outside now.
Got into the program, became one of the instructors in the program. It was amazing because inside the prison, the men, and I'm going to say women too because we're in the women facilities, but I know the men firsthand are hungry for knowledge and information to help them get up out of the mindset that they're in. They want to, but they don't know how to. You know, when I was introduced to Chance for Life, I had the opportunity to categorize all the things that I learned to improve myself. I did AA, NA. I was currently enrolled in a master's program and all of these kind of things. And I didn't know I was going to do with all that stuff. Okay, what's NA going to do for me? What's AA going to do for me? What am I going to do with this degree? I have a felony. Nobody's going to want me around, whether I have a degree or not. But Chance for Life started helping me to realize that I am marketable and I need to learn how to market myself. And that's doing what I'm doing right now, talking about who I am. The job I'm on currently, they wanted to know how long I was in the ministry. And I told them they asked me when did I start in the ministry. And I told them I started in 1992. I was walking around the prison yard and decided, somebody pulled me to the side and said, I need to get in my Bible. And they said, oh, how long did you work there? I said, no, I was an inmate. And I began to minister the word from that point on. And that eliminated the part of, were you ever incarcerated? I laid it on the table, told them that was my history, and they were glad to hear it. There are some people out there that do employ that are receptive to the reality that people do change.
Yeah. People come home. Most people come home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're your neighbors.
Yeah.
They go to the same grocery store as you.
Yeah, all
Their
of that.
kids go to the same school as your kids.
Yeah. Why is it that the people don't understand that they're coming home? They're coming back. And here's the crazy thing about the system. If I find myself in trouble in this community and I get arrested in this community and this community is a bad environment for me, so you decide to take me out of the environment and put me in the Department of Correction, right? So that I can be corrected from my errors, the error of my ways, right? And not be the kind of person I used to be in that environment, right? So why is it that the Department of Correction decides that the only place that you can go when you're released is back to the community that we found you in, whether you were born and raised there or not? Well, this is the geographical location where you were deemed a felon. This is where we have to take you back to where you came from. Why would you send me back to the same environment? Especially if I have mapped out something that's going to remove me from that environment and put me in an element so I can continue to grow. oh no, this is not where you came from.
I never even thought of it that way.
Yeah,
That's very
and
interesting.
a lot of us don't think of it. You know, like I had a conversation with my mom, my brothers. I had a couple of brothers that were, you know, I didn't want to be around them. Why didn't I want to be around them? Because I knew there would be a consistent conflict. So I told my mom, if they're there, if you have them living with you, I'm not coming there. It hurt her, but it hurt me too. But freedom is important. I already know that I'm going into a bad environment. Change it. Do something about it.
Yeah.
And the Department of Correction has the ability to help you do that. And Chance for Life is helping people do that too. Chance for Life is immediately helping you to continue to reacclimate yourself to society. And I say continue because it doesn't start when you get on the outside. It starts on the inside. It starts on the inside. We are doing good because we were given an opportunity to focus on what it takes to make it. I believe it was Tom who said to me, and I think he was talking to everybody, but I heard it like he was talking to me. He said, don't fight the system. Learn the system and use it. I've been good ever since because I understood what I was doing. I had been fighting against the system, trying to find a different way to do the things that everybody else is doing. That's not good. That's not good. It's not designed for that.
What does that say about Chance for Life and what it really does? And there's programs everywhere, like you said.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first program that you encountered when you were in prison.
I think the big deal is that Chance for Life focuses on what the individual need is. The individual need matches so many of us. And the interesting thing about it is what Chance for Life does works for anybody. It's just not incarcerated or ex-offenders, as they say. I like to call them returning citizens. It's not just, think about it. Responsibility is for everybody.
Yes.
Conflict resolution is for everybody. Communicating is for everybody. What's unique is that it focuses on the individual. It helps the individual to apply themselves, not to cower down to the title that they give you. Offender. You're an offender. You're a felon. You did wrong. I hate to say it like this, but bygones. Yeah, I did. So now what do we do next? Next, we improve that person. And that's what they do. Chance for Life helps you focus on improving yourself and shift your focus not totally away from, but off of being released. You're going to be released. But what are you going to do in the meantime? You're out of here. Because that's why they call it an out date. So what are you going to do in the meantime? But look at Chance for Life. Chance for Life is helping people that have an out date, and Chance for Life has helped people that had no out date, that are free. Why? Because they focused on the individual, and they could show that the individual was worthy of being a contribution to our society. And that's what we are. We're a contribution to our society. Prior to Chance for Life, I'd never been on a job for over a decade. One job, over a decade. I was like, I must be doing something right.
Yes, you are.
It must be. And it feels good to know that Chance for Life also gives you an opportunity to contribute to improving yourself. You're not just soaking in information and telling somebody that you know something so that they can treat you different. No, you're conducting yourself a different way. You're learning some things about yourself that you need to either improve or enhance or cut out altogether, you know. And when you do that, you can see who you are and you can apply those things. I love it. I love it. Having access like they do, and you know how they are, they have access to the places that they have access to because they have proven themselves. And that's the kind of thing that happens when what you do has an impact on somebody. And Chance for Life has an impact on the individual. That's what makes it a good organization. We're not under the surface. We're next door, like you said. We're next door. We're the kind person that opened the door for you. We're the kind person that took care of you while you were doing your shopping. We're the kind person that washed your car for you. We're the kind person that helps you pick out your lumber at Home Depot. It was us. It was us. We're the kind person that you found a shoulder to cry on when something happened to you criminally, because we understand how you feel. We have the empathy for that. So you don't recognize us because we don't have a certain look. You know, we don't look like a returning citizen. We are citizens.
What do you want people to get from this podcast?
I want people to understand that what you're asking for, you already have it.
What's that?
And what I think our society is asking for, people to learn their lesson. You're looking for people to learn their lesson and do better. And you get that, how do they say it? Get your life together. Okay, we got our life together, now give us a shot at the title. That's what we're asking for. That's all you got to do is give us a shot. I like the way this organization is set up to the point that once you're known to be a part of it, some things are simpler, you know, and everything can be simpler if people would just buy into the reality that what you're asking for, you already have. You already have it. I got my life together. Now let me in. Give me my spot back. Give it to me. Give me my spot back. That's all we're asking for. And then your life would improve too, because you have somebody that you can have confidence in. That's all you're looking for anyway. It's somebody to have confidence in. We're here. We're here.
Last thing, some people, like you said before we were talking, some people should be there. Talk about that.
It's hard for me to even say this right now because I would like for everybody to change. I want everybody to get out of prison. But is that safe? Is that real? It's not real. There's always going to be wrong. There's always going to be wrong. And should there be penalties for some things? Yes. But when you consider penalizing somebody, you should also consider giving them an opportunity to prove themselves. Don't just sweep everybody into one category because you can and nobody's going to question it, you know. But you're always going to have the person that's going to do wrong, that doesn't believe in change because maybe they tried it and it never worked for them. I don't know. But I do know that if you want to change, you can. But there are some people that are not going to buy into it, no matter what. Some people are more comfortable in an altered lifestyle, you know. Why? I don't know. I just didn't like it. You know, I was like, oh man, I made a bad mistake. I made a bad mistake. How am I going to get out of this? There are other people who say, I'll deal with it, you know, and they make the place a happy home. And I can't do that. And a lot of people can't do that, you know. And I think it's beneficial to us to have a place to house people that are going to wreak havoc, you know. And when they make a change, if you're watching them, you should know. It's your job. Figure it out. Figure out who should be there and who shouldn't. Don't just look at him, he's black, he's brown, he'll never change. He's white, oh, if he wouldn't have been with the black and brown people. Help everybody. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. I don't even feel comfortable saying that there should be a prison. But there should be a prison. It's necessary. It's discipline is what it should be.
Yeah.
It's discipline, you know, but discipline is a form of teaching.
It should be.
It should be. It should be. But now we have Chance for Life. And Chance for Life should be the go-to. Person goes in, they must come through. And if they come through and can't make it through this, they don't have any intentions of making it to another mindset. They don't have any intentions. Because it's simple, like I said, just the basics. You want to learn how to be responsible. You want to learn how to communicate with people. You want to understand conflict resolution. You know, you want to learn how to deal with the person inside of you so that you can be better towards somebody else. You don't want to do that, you're not gonna make it. Loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I got a thing in my office that says, "Living my best life." Living my best life.
Yes, sir.
Living my dream. That's what it says. I'm living my dream. Yeah. And it's good. It's good.
It's really
If I'd have knew it was like this all the time, well, I would have never did a wrong thing. But I didn't know how to get to where I am, you know. And that's a big deal too, because people don't realize that there are people everywhere, white, black, brown, doesn't matter. There are people everywhere that are willing to share what they know with people that are willing to receive it. But we fall into a corner, we isolate ourselves because we don't think anybody understands. And everybody that's made it has been there. They've been there.
Yeah.
Had to find your way, you know? And that's what everybody is on the planet for, somebody else. We're all here for the same thing, and that's somebody else. And it's just, that's the way it is.
It is the way
That's
it
the way
is.
it is.
And that's a good thing.
It is. I believe I worked for free and I get paid for showing up. Because I like my job. I really like my job because I help people. I help people. I help people. That's what we're here for. We're here for each other. So all we have to do is talk, communicate. Hear what people are not saying.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.